In this video we're going to see how bundles work on sales orders. So we're going to create a bundle of products and then sell the bundle to a customer and fulfill and ship the sales order. It's also worth having a look at a couple of other videos we have, understanding bundles, assemblies, packages and customization, and then bundles on purchase orders. So to remind ourselves what bundles are used for, they're used when the component parts can be sold separately to other customers. So what we're not doing here is assembling these products. They remain on the shelf independently and they're only combined in the box at the point of sale. So we have a tennis racket bundle, which is a tennis racket and 3 balls. In Brightpearl we've only got the components so far. We've got the pack of 3 tennis balls and the tennis racket itself. So the balls are £10 and the tennis racket is £35. So combined they would normally be £45. What we're going to do is create a bundle of the two which just sells for £40, so 5 off. We add a new product, enter the product name, choose a brand, category and so on, just as though it was a normal product, add a SKU. On the inventory tab we choose no, because we're not tracking stock of the bundle itself, it's the components that matter. On the prices tab we leave the cost blank, because we never buy this bundle. The bundle itself has no asset value, it's the component parts that have a cost price. We do however retail it, and this is where we can choose any price we like. It doesn't have to be the sum of the component parts. We could then add a description, images and custom fields. You don't need a supplier because you never buy the bundle. And then the most important tab is the bundle tab. So let's add the components. If we search for tennis, it'll bring up both of these items, the pack of 3 tennis balls and the tennis racket. I just click on these once to add them to the right hand side of the screen. Yes, this product is a bundle of others, it's important to tick yes there, and then choose the quantity of each item. So if you wanted 2 packs you could add 2 in there, and then save changes. The bundle has now been added to Brightpearl, and you can see it's a bundle because it's got a blue background on the line. We can also see that there's nothing in stock because this item is not stock tracked. I can find all bundles in my system by going Products, Bundles. What we're going to do now is sell this tennis racket with 3 balls to a customer. So let's go Sales, New Quote, choose the customer name, he's bought from us before, and then just as though you were adding a standard product to a sale, type the SKU or the name in here. We've got the 2 components which we added before, and then this third item which we've just created, the tennis racket with 3 balls, we click that and it's added to the order. The first time I save, the components will be added as well. And you can see here we've got the pack of 3 tennis balls and the tennis racket. Note that there's no price for the components because it's the price of the bundle that we've chosen to charge the customer. And if I put quantity of 2 here, 2 of each of the components are added to the order as well. Let's save this order and then fulfill it. So only physical items are fulfilled, and you can see here that the stock is not tracked of the bundle itself. Stock is only tracked of the 2 components, which means when I go to fulfill the sale, let's fulfill and ship later, a goods out note will be created with just the 2 component items. So here we've got a goods out note, where we can see that there's only a quantity of the tennis balls and the tennis racket, and this instructs our warehouse to pick the components. And if you remember, a bundle is only combined at the point of packing or point of sale. Because we've now created a goods out note, the inventory of these components will be allocated to the sale, which means that other customers can't buy these same products. In order to show bundle components as separate line items on the packing slip, we need to turn a setting on in the setup area. So go Setup, Sales, and then Sales Settings, and all the way at the bottom choose Yes for Show Bundle Components on Packing and Delivery Notes. You'll also notice that the top line here is slightly grey. That's a modification I've done to this particular template. And to make a bundle row grey, you need to add some CSS or some styling to your template. So let's click Edit Template, go to HTML mode, and then add this style here. At the end of the day, when the goods out note is shipped, let's go Sales, Goods Out Notes Due to Ship, and here's our goods out note. When that's shipped, the order will be updated. Going back to sale number 23, we can see that because all of the component parts are shipped, the order has now been marked as fully shipped. So that's a quick video to show you how to create bundles and add them to sales orders.